from Elite Outdoor Fitness, and this is the strength kind of warm-up routine that I go for my upper body. If I'm going to be doing like press-ups and sit-ups and anything that's kind of shoulder, joint or upper body kind of related, this is what I'm doing. I even do this before my Bergen work. And remember, I'm predominantly doing running, cross-country running, trail running, and lots of strength and conditioning kind of work, so that it kind of supplements my Bergen work if I'm doing it. So I'm not kind of banging out Bergen work all day long, all the time. I'm kind of making sure that I'm hitting the components of physical fitness, so that when I bound into my Bergen work later on, depending on what I'm doing and what events I'm kind of training for, that I can kind of help support it, and then I can take my physical fitness and my capability to a different height based on the fact that I'm not hitting it all the time, but I'm kind of using all the supporting factors. And this is part of it. This is the way I look at it. It is kind of part of it. So I'm not going to go into all the terminology of what I'm warming up. Basically, so I think there's 4 rotary cuffs, one rear, one top, one bottom, and one at the front to kind of support the shoulder joint. And if you're warming up rotated cuffs, then essentially you're kind of going to be in a good position where you're going to be maximising the kind of the load that you can put on really progressively in the shoulder joint without coming unstuck. I've really hurt my shoulder joints and my rotated cuffs a few times just from like the job I did before, and impacts on like bits and bobs and car accidents and stuff like that, and improper training as well. So I've kind of learned I've got to do this every single time, and I never have any problems with my shoulder joints now. And so I thought I'd kind of share it, because a lot of people are asking about it at the moment. So I hope you can see it. I'm just using a normal band. It's pretty flexible. It's real lightweight band. I think of this as middle of the road. It goes yellow, green, red, blue, black, or grey, black, and so this is kind of middle of the road one. And I just do it so it's got a little bit of tension on it. First of all, I'm doing a rotator cuff that way. Obviously, I'm turning around. I'm doing it that way as well. I'm doing that while my elbow is straight, is symmetrical to my body, upright, and I'm just rotating. And I'm actually making sure I'm pushing my elbow out, I'm nice and symmetrical, my shoulders are reset at the beginning. I'm actually rotating the shoulder joint, okay? You don't need to be doing all this kind of stuff. It's just about rotating the shoulder, okay? And it's about doing it on the opposite arm as well. And then also at the same time, I come underneath there as well, and I do a slight rotation. So essentially what I'm trying to do is I'm rotating that way, I'm pulling it in, I'm rotating out, and I'm pulling as well. And you can do that from a high area such as this, such as that, and you're pulling down, or you can do it as I am there, and you're actually kind of pulling it down a little bit further, so you're feeling that rotation there. I benefit from that because I think I've got low and rear rotator issues, and I really benefit from doing those small kind of movements down, and also those movements back, to make sure that I build a little bit of strength, warmth, and conditioning into my shoulder joints. Everything that I do, I reset my shoulders so that I'm ready to go. Once I finish that, and I finish the rotator cuff kind of movements, I do small arms. I do medium-sized arms, I do big arms. I do them front, going out, I do them rear, going in, and I do that until I'm really worn through. We're talking maybe 30, 40, 50 seconds of those, and then I also do arm swings. And I do them narrow at the top, and I do them middle, and I do them wide. So I'm basically going through the movements of doing this, and I probably do that for another minute, and then I'm doing palms out, back, 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 palms in, the same like that, just to facilitate kind of a little bit of stretching, very light at the beginning, and then moving into it, and building up that speed a little bit, and the tension that you're putting on your chest, and I'm really kind of clacking my back and pulling my chest out, and making sure that I mix all the rotations up with the chest warm-up movements, and the hands high. I hope this helps. It kind of, if you do that over a period of say a minute on this, a minute on your rotations, and a minute on the high rises and the cross chest, and then you're in a good place of maybe doing anywhere between 3 and 5 minutes of shoulder warming exercises. And if you do that correctly and you really warm it through, it's almost like a fifth session in itself. You shouldn't have drama with your shoulders or any shoulder injuries that could come from training. I hope this helps, and it's and then it can be part of your routine in the future, but I'd certainly make sure that it is, because then you can mitigate against any shoulder issues in the future. Thanks for listening.